What if losing your ability to walk confidently isn't just about getting older, but about one muscle almost no one talks about? Here's the shocking truth. Many seniors focus on walking, but they never train one of the most important muscles that helps keep them steady, strong, and independent. Over time, that muscle can become weaker, making everyday activities like climbing stairs, getting out of a chair, or simply walking across the room feel much harder. In today's video, you'll discover the overlooked muscle that plays a key role in balance, stability, and mobility, why it becomes so important after 60, and simple exercises that can help strengthen it safely. Make sure you watch until the end, because the final exercise is one that many physical therapists recommend to help support stronger, more confident movement as you age. Have you ever wondered why some people in their 80s can still walk confidently through a park, climb a few stairs without hesitation, and enjoy everyday life with remarkable independence, while others begin struggling with balance and mobility much earlier? Many people assume the answer is simply age. They believe that losing the ability to walk comfortably is an unavoidable part of getting older. But the truth is often more complicated than that. One of the biggest reasons walking becomes more difficult with age is that certain muscles gradually become weaker if they aren't challenged regularly. Surprisingly, many older adults spend years focusing on walking itself without paying attention to the muscles that make good walking possible. That's why so many healthy aging experts emphasize not only walking more, but also strengthening the muscles that support every step you take. Among the most important of these muscles are the glute muscles, especially the gluteus medius. This muscle sits on the side of your hip and plays a major role in keeping your pelvis stable every sit. Although it doesn't receive as much attention as the thighs or calves, it quietly works during almost every movement you make. Think about what happens each time you walk. For a brief moment, your entire body weight is supported by one leg. During that moment, your gluteus medius helps keep your hips level and your body balanced. Without enough strength in this muscle, your body may begin to sway from side to side. Your steps may become less stable, and walking may start to require much more effort than it once did. The challenging part is that this change usually happens so gradually that most people don't notice it at first. They simply find themselves feeling less confident on uneven sidewalks. Climbing stairs begins to feel harder. Standing on one leg while putting on a shoe becomes more difficult. They may even begin reaching for walls, furniture, or handrails more often than they used to. Many people assume these changes are simply signs that they're getting older. But in many cases, muscle weakness is also part of the picture. The encouraging news is that muscles have an amazing ability to respond to regular activity, even later in life. While everyone's health situation is different, strengthening the muscles that support walking can often help improve stability, confidence, and everyday movement. That's why physical therapists frequently include exercises for the hips and glutes when helping older adults improve mobility. These muscles act like stabilizers for your body. They help keep your legs moving in the right direction and reduce unnecessary stress on other joints during walking. Imagine building a house. You might choose beautiful windows, strong doors, and a sturdy roof. But if the foundation isn't solid, the entire structure becomes less stable. Your body works in a similar way. Your hips and glute muscles form part of the foundation that supports nearly every step you take. When that foundation becomes stronger, everyday movements often feel more controlled and more comfortable. Another reason this muscle is so important is that it supports balance. Every time you change direction, step over a curb, or walk across an uneven surface, your body relies on the muscles around your hips to help maintain stability. Stronger hip muscles can make those everyday tasks feel more secure. Many seniors spend years believing that walking alone is enough to keep them mobile. Walking is an excellent form of exercise, and it offers many health benefits. but walking primarily uses the muscles you already have. Strengthening exercises challenge those muscles in a different way, encouraging them to become stronger and better prepared for everyday activities. That's one reason many healthy aging specialists recommend combining regular walking with simple strength exercises that target the hips, legs, and core. The goal isn't to become an athlete. The goal is to make everyday life easier, to stand up from a chair with confidence, to climb stairs more comfortably, to enjoy a walk with family, to move through your home without constantly worrying about losing your balance. Those are the moments that truly matter. If you've never paid much attention to your hip muscles before, you're certainly not alone. Millions of older adults focus on walking distance while overlooking one of the muscles that helps make every step steadier. The good news is that it's never too late to begin giving this important muscle the attention it deserves. Every step you take depends on it, and every effort you make to keep it strong is an investment in your future mobility, confidence, and independence. That's why understanding this often overlooked muscle may be one of the smartest things you can do to help yourself keep walking comfortably for years to come. Have you ever noticed that balance doesn't usually disappear overnight? Most people don't wake up one morning and suddenly struggle to walk. Instead, the change often happens so gradually that it's easy to miss. A little less confidence on the stairs, a slight wobble when stepping off a curb, holding onto the wall while putting on your shoes. These small changes may seem unimportant at first, but they can be early signs that the muscles supporting your balance are becoming weaker. As we grow older, our bodies naturally go through changes. One of the most significant is the gradual loss of muscle mass and strength, a process that occurs with aging if muscles aren't used and challenged regularly. While this is a normal part of aging, staying physically active and including strength exercises can help slow that decline and support better mobility. The gluteus medius, located on the side of your hip, is one of the muscles that often becomes weaker over time because it isn't directly targeted during many everyday activities. It works quietly behind the scenes, so most people don't even know it exists until they begin having trouble with balance or walking. Every single step you take depends on this muscle doing its job. When you lift one foot off the ground, your body is supported by just one leg for a brief moment. During that time, the gluteus medius helps keep your pelvis level and your body stable. Without enough strength in this muscle, your hips may begin to drop slightly from side to side, making your walk less efficient and sometimes less steady. At first, these changes can be so subtle that they're easy to ignore. You may simply feel that walking takes more effort than it used to. Perhaps you avoid uneven sidewalks. Maybe you become more cautious on stairs. Or you notice yourself reaching for a railing more often. Many people assume these changes are simply because they're getting older. But aging isn't the only factor. When muscles become weaker from lack of regular strengthening, they can't support your body as effectively during movement. The result is that other muscles and joints often have to work harder to compensate. Your knees may take on extra stress. Your lower back may feel more tired after a walk. Your hips may become less stable. And before long, everyday activities can begin to feel more challenging. Another reason this muscle weakens is that modern life encourages us to sit more than ever before. Hours spent watching television, driving, reading, or working at a computer mean the muscles around the hips spend long periods doing very little. Like any muscle in the body, if it isn't challenged regularly, it gradually loses strength. That's why simply being busy doesn't always mean your muscles are staying strong. They need purposeful movement. One of the biggest misconceptions among older adults is the belief that walking alone strengthens every muscle involved in walking. Walking is excellent for your heart, lungs, and overall health, but it doesn't always provide enough challenge to significantly strengthen muscles that have already become weak. Think of it this way. If you always lift the same light grocery bag every day, your muscles quickly become used to that amount of work. To become stronger, muscles need a slightly greater challenge over time. The same principle applies to the muscles that support balance. Simple strengthening exercises designed for the hips can provide that challenge in a safe and gradual way. There's another important reason to pay attention to this muscle. Balance is closely connected to confidence. When people feel unsteady, they often begin changing their behavior. They walk more slowly. They avoid unfamiliar places. They skip evening walks. They stop taking trips with family, not because they don't want to go, but because they're worried about losing their balance. Unfortunately, becoming less active often creates another problem. The less you move, the weaker your muscles become. The weaker your muscles become, the more difficult walking feels. It's a cycle that affects many older adults, but it isn't something you have to accept without trying to improve it. Healthy aging isn't about expecting your body to perform exactly as it did at 20 years old. It's about giving your body the support it needs today. Strong hip muscles won't guarantee perfect balance or prevent every fall, but they are an important part of the system that helps you move with greater stability and confidence. Every time you choose to strengthen the muscles that support walking, you're making an investment in your future mobility. You're helping your body prepare for everyday tasks like climbing stairs, carrying groceries, getting out of a chair, and walking through your neighborhood with greater ease. The goal isn't perfection. The goal is to stay active, capable, and independent for as long as possible. And that journey begins by understanding that one small, often overlooked muscle can play a much bigger role in your balance than most people ever realize. Now that you understand why this important hip muscle matters so much, the next question is simple. How can you begin strengthening it safely at home? The encouraging news is that you don't need a gym membership, expensive equipment, or hours of exercise every day. In fact, some of the most effective movements are also some of the simplest. What matters most is performing them with good control and making them a regular part of your routine. Before starting any new exercise program, especially if you have ongoing pain, balance concerns, or a medical condition, it's a good idea to talk with your healthcare provider. Everyone's health situation is different, and the safest approach is one that's appropriate for your individual needs. The first exercise is the asterisk side leg raise. This movement is simple, beginner-friendly, and helps activate the gluteus medius, the muscle on the outside of your hip that plays such an important role in balance. Stand beside a sturdy chair or kitchen counter and lightly hold it for support if needed. Stand tall, with your feet about hip-width apart. Slowly lift one leg out to the side without leaning your body. You don't need to lift the leg very high. Focus on moving slowly and keeping your upper body steady. Pause briefly at the top of the movement, then lower your leg back down with control. Repeat several times before switching to the other side. The goal isn't speed. The goal is smooth, controlled movement. If the exercise feels easy after a few weeks, you can gradually increase the number of repetitions, as advised by your healthcare professional or physical therapist. The second exercise is the asterisk sit to stand. Although it looks simple, it strengthens several muscles that work together to support walking, including your hips, thighs, and glutes. Sit toward the front of a sturdy chair with your feet flat on the floor. Lean slightly forward from your hips. Press through your heels and stand up slowly, without using your hands if you can do so safely. Stand tall for a moment. Then slowly lower yourself back into the chair with control. Avoid dropping into the seat. The slow lowering phase is just as important as standing up because it helps strengthen your muscles throughout the entire movement. Start with a comfortable number of repetitions. As your strength improves, you may gradually do more. This simple exercise closely mimics an everyday activity, making it especially valuable for maintaining independence. The third exercise is the asterisk single leg balance. Balance exercises are just as important as strengthening exercises because they teach your muscles to work together during everyday movement. Stand beside a sturdy counter or chair where you can hold on if necessary. Lift one foot just a few inches off the floor. Try to maintain your balance for several seconds while standing tall. Keep your breathing relaxed and avoid holding your breath. If needed, lightly touch the chair for support. As your confidence improves over time, you may be able to reduce how much support you use, always staying within a safe level. Remember, safety comes first. Never perform balance exercises in an area where you could fall or without appropriate support. If you feel unsteady, one of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to do too much too quickly. They become motivated, exercise intensely for a day or two, then stop because they're sore or discouraged. Healthy aging doesn't work that way. Your muscles respond much better to consistent effort than occasional bursts of activity. Even 10 or 15 minutes a day can become meaningful when those minutes add up week after week. Another important point is to focus on quality rather than quantity. 5 slow, controlled repetitions are often more beneficial than 20 rushed ones. Pay attention to your posture. Move with control. Breathe normally throughout each exercise. Those small details make a difference. Don't worry if you don't notice dramatic improvements after just a few days. Building strength takes time. Just as muscles gradually become weaker over months or years, they also become stronger through regular practice over time. The progress may feel slow at first, but every session is helping your body adapt. Imagine how these simple exercises can affect your daily life. Standing up from your favorite chair with less effort, walking through the grocery store with greater confidence, climbing stairs more comfortably, taking a walk with family without constantly worrying about your balance. Those aren't just exercises. They're investments in your future independence. Remember, the purpose of these movements isn't to become the strongest person in the room. The purpose is to give your body the support it needs to keep doing the activities you enjoy. When you strengthen the muscles around your hips, you're strengthening the foundation that supports nearly every step you take. Start where you are. Move at a pace that's comfortable for you. Stay consistent. Celebrate small improvements along the way, because every controlled repetition, every balanced step, and every day you choose to stay active is another step toward maintaining the confidence, mobility, and independence that make life after 60 more enjoyable. When people think about staying strong after the age of 60, they often imagine intense workouts, long walks, or hours spent exercising. But the truth is, the people who continue to move confidently into their 70s, 80s, and even 90s usually have something much simpler in common. They build healthy daily habits. These habits may seem small on their own, but together they create a strong foundation for better balance, improved mobility, and greater independence. One of the most powerful habits you can develop is simply making movement a part of every single day. Your body was designed to move, and your muscles respond best when they're used regularly. Long periods of sitting can gradually weaken the muscles that support your hips, legs, and core. Even if you exercise for 30 minutes each morning, sitting for the rest of the day isn't ideal. That's why it's helpful to stand up, stretch, or take a short walk around your home every hour or so. These small moments of movement help keep your muscles active and your joints from becoming overly stiff. Another important habit is practicing good posture throughout the day. Many people only think about posture while exercising, but it matters just as much when you're walking through the grocery store, standing in the kitchen, or waiting in line. Standing tall with your shoulders relaxed, your head facing forward, and your core gently engaged allows your body to move more efficiently. Good posture also helps the muscles around your hips do their job more effectively, making every step feel more stable. Consistency is another secret that many active seniors understand. They don't wait until they feel motivated. Motivation comes and goes, but habits stay with you. On some mornings, you may feel energetic and ready to move. On others, you may not feel like exercising at all. The difference is that healthy habits help you stay active even when motivation is low. A short walk, a few sit-to-stands, or a couple of balance exercises may not seem like much in the moment, but repeating them day after day can lead to meaningful improvements over time. Sleep is another habit that's often overlooked. While exercise helps build strength, your body also needs time to recover. During sleep, your muscles repair themselves, your energy is restored, and your body prepares for another active day. Poor sleep can leave you feeling tired, making it less likely that you'll stay active or maintain good balance. Creating a regular sleep schedule and giving your body enough rest is an important part of healthy aging. Nutrition also plays a key role in supporting your muscles. Eating a balanced diet with enough protein, fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and healthy fats provides your body with the nutrients it needs to maintain muscle health. Drinking enough water throughout the day is equally important because dehydration can contribute to fatigue, dizziness, and reduced physical performance. Simple habits like eating balanced meals and staying hydrated work together with exercise to support your mobility. Another valuable habit is wearing supportive footwear. Many falls happen because of slippery soles, worn-out shoes, or footwear that doesn't fit properly. Choosing comfortable, supportive shoes with good traction can help you feel steadier while walking both inside and outside your home. It may seem like a small decision, but proper footwear can make a meaningful difference in your confidence and stability. Don't underestimate the value of listening to your body. Staying active doesn't mean ignoring discomfort or pushing through pain. If you notice persistent pain, increasing weakness, or changes in the way you walk, it's important to pay attention. Your body often gives you early signals when something needs to be addressed. Responding to those signals early can help you make adjustments before small issues become bigger problems. One habit that separates many healthy older adults from those who struggle with mobility is having a positive mindset. Instead of saying, "I'm too old to get stronger," they ask, "What small step can I take today?" That simple shift in thinking can change everything. Progress doesn't happen because of age. Progress happens because of action. Every healthy choice you make today is an investment in your future. Imagine yourself 5 years from now. Picture walking through your neighborhood with confidence, climbing stairs without fear, getting out of a chair with ease, and enjoying time with family without worrying about every step you take. Those moments don't happen by accident. They're built through small daily habits that support your body over time. Remember, staying steady, mobile, and independent isn't about being perfect. It's about being consistent. Move a little every day. Strengthen your muscles regularly. Practice your balance. Eat nourishing foods. Stay hydrated. Sleep well. Wear supportive shoes. Most importantly, never stop believing that your body can benefit from healthy habits at any age. The journey toward better mobility doesn't begin with a giant leap. It begins with one simple decision to care for your body today. Then you repeat that decision tomorrow, and the day after that. Before long, those small actions become the habits that help you stay active, confident, and independent for many years to come.